help CDC reach out to our community. Over the past few years, Long Island was really struggling with foreclosures. And a lot of what the Attorney General's alluded to is something that we saw through our programs. Homeowners were facing owning a home that had no value, and what do? Well, then along came Sandy. Sandy kind of compounded an already troubling situation on our island. Because of that, the funding for the Sandy initiative really allows us to focus on communities that were really hard hit by this storm and do some outreach, make sure people are aware of the much needed services and resources that can help them rebuild their homes, and that's going to help them move on and go step by step through the process. Because of the Homeowner Protection Program, we've been able to maintain our existing foreclosure prevention program. To date, we've counseled approximately 2,200 homeowners through foreclosure prevention on Long Island. Without this funding, we may not have been able to keep the level of service and the high standard of counseling because would have had to scale back. And we're very thankful that we haven't had to do that. Because what a counselor does is try to help a homeowner know how to navigate a path, that they're in the dark. They often don't know who to trust, what the first step is. And a counselor can help them take it in a process, one step at a time. A homeowner gets to step back, breathe, and know that they're doing everything they need to do to save their home. With Sandy and the layer of that, we also help them to process any insurance paperwork or reach out to insurance carriers to make sure that they're communicating, that they're responsive, and also to their mortgage servicer. So a counselor will help a homeowner process that paperwork. It can be daunting. Homeowners are paperworked out once Sandy hit. They've filled out all the forms necessary for FEMA, for SBA, and all the other programs, and that's important. But they also have additional paperwork if they're requesting modification, or even sometimes just to get the insurance funds released. So that is one way that a counselor can assist in the process. For what we've now got with this network, which is tremendous, and the Attorney General's office has created, we have an anchor partner of Empire Justice. They've been already very helpful to us in the work that we do on a daily basis. And there's a means to escalate cases when the insurance carrier or the mortgage servicer is not responsive. And that happens. So it's really an important tool for us to have that escalation method and have somebody who has our back when we're trying to have the homeowners back. So I really want to thank you for this opportunity. Attorney General Schneiderman's wisdom, he realized how important the counseling is for the community, and his staff, his colleagues have been tremendous also and helpful. Their insight, recognizing valuable community resources such as housing counselors and the legal assistance. We are very thankful at CDC of Long Island for this ability to really sustain, maintain, enhance our ability to help Long Island. So without further ado, I'm going to introduce a wonderful homeowner, very humble homeowner. He doesn't like the limelight, but he's got something to say, and he's willing to share his Sandy experience with all of us. So I'd like to welcome him.
I hope you'll forgive me. I've been a little bit under the weather, so my voice is gone. I just came back to say thank you. I want to thank the Attorney General for the hotline that he set up. There's a lot of people like there that are out there like me that really don't know where to turn. And I want to thank Joan, the CDC, and also Maureen McCluskey, who have been really helping me along this process. But I just came here to tell you a story. And it's a story of thousands of people. Before this all happened, I tried to refinance my home. But because of the mortgage collapse and everything else, I couldn't do it. I was told that if I wanted to do it, I would have to put up, I don't know what it was, $20,000 to get the loan. Didn't have it. So I'm a two-time loser. I got hit with Irene, which was really, compared to this, was a walk in the park. Like many other homeowners, I tried to prepare for the next one. And me, my son, my family went out. We must have made 100 sandbags. Put them in all of these spots, figuring, don't worry about it. I put all my stuff on top of furniture, moved my stuff upstairs. And then I went to work. I knew I was going to get hit, but then I got a message, a voice message, which said to me, Tim, your house lasted about 12 rounds. Once it reached the windows, it was over. So I came home the next day, and again, this is where it starts. I hope this never happens to anybody, really. And you come home and your life is turned upside down. All your possessions are on the floor. Everything that you worked for, pictures, everything else are there on the floor. But unbeknownst to me, I did get a present. I got a motorboat along with everybody else on my block. But mine happened to be stuck between my house and the other guy's house, my neighbor's. So it really wasn't that great of a present. But again, as the process goes along and you're throwing out all your stuff, you don't know where to start, you're really at your wit's end. So then the paperwork comes. And again, I talked to the bank, and as the Attorney General says, I still was trying to collect money from the first insurance. And when I informed them that the work was done, send out an inspector, Sandy hit. And when I called them, I said, I have a picture of the work I did, how would you like to release my money? And they told me, we need the waiver forms. Didn't understand that. So as the process goes along, I just one day, I'm not a computer guy, I started looking through the packets that was sent to me from FEMA, and I just started calling numbers. It's probably about 3 pages, everything from agriculture to everything else. And I just started calling, and luckily, I found the CDC. And the process started with a phone call. They told me to come to a meeting. I couldn't make it. They were very gracious. Didn't say to me, oh, you know, this guy's, you know, whatever. They said, come in for a meeting with a counselor. And I was like, all right, you know, I don't know where else to turn. So I was introduced to both Joan and Maureen. I came in from working on my house, full of paint, dirty. I think they got a little nervous when they saw me. And we started the process, and I expressed my frustration with it all. And they allowed me to talk, told me what the process would be for me to move on. And again, I can't tell you anymore, but I wanted to come here to say thank you, because these programs really do help a lot of people, and there are probably a lot of people out there that don't know it. So, you know, I want to say thank you to you, I want to say thank you to the Attorney General, and I just want to leave you with one thought. I still don't live in my home, okay? I've been fortunate that I've had my in-laws, my daughter, even my dog doesn't live with me. So it's 4 months, and I just want to let you know, on a day like today, when it's cold, it's windy, and it's snowing out, and you all go home to your homes and you sit in your nice comfortable chair and you have your cup of coffee, or in my case, maybe something a little different, but just remember, there's thousands of people still out there, and again, with the help of the Attorney General and programs like this, maybe a lot of people might get back into their homes sooner. Okay? Thank you very much.